Hello.
You guys want to see Jacob's party trick? He can move his top of his head independently from the rest of his face. How do you even describe that trick? I don't know.
How did I discover that? So weird. Anyway, here we go.
Hey everybody!
Hello.
Welcome to vlog number 74. So glad you're watching. Thanks for tuning in.
It's great to have you here. Great to see you all. It's the middle of summer. We're having fun. We've just been enjoying youth camp this last week. Super fun,
Yes,
amazing week.
It was so fun. Some of you might have been there if you are going into grade 6 and a part of our youth. So you know how crazy it was.
Yeah.
Maybe you have older siblings who were there.
Yeah.
It was an awesome time. And
It was so
something
good.
you guys can all look forward to once you get to grade 6 as well.
That's totally true. It was just, youth camp's the best. So yeah. We're tired because we had youth camp, so that's why we're having trouble thinking. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, you should hit that subscribe button if you're watching online.
Yep.
Give us a thumbs up below.
Go ahead and do that.
If you're in the room, give someone a high five right now.
Ow.
That was a good one.
Yeah, crisp.
Crisp.
And tell a friend. Tell a friend about our YouTube channel. It has never been more easy to invite a friend to church. Just say, look these guys up on YouTube, because so many of you are on YouTube anyways, so why wouldn't you? But you can also invite a friend to church, because that's a great thing to do as well. We have fun, we love meeting new people, so it's just a really great opportunity to invite someone along. Say, hey, come to church with me, check it out, see what it's like.
Absolutely, super fun. And you get to see us there. Whoa. Awesome. And speaking of super fun things, Carly.
Yep.
In one more week, oh my goodness, we have
Summer
Summer Party
Party
2021.
Coming up in a week. So next Tuesday
Whoa.
is when it all begins.
That's
and
amazing.
plans are well underway. We've got pretty much everything ready.
Yeah, we've
for
been
the
booking
fun.
things for the carnival location. Man,
It
it's
is
gonna be fun.
So fun. I cannot wait for all the fun. Yeah, so it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we've been getting ready, and Aisha and praises, and we've been just getting stuff ready all the last few weeks, and we are just so excited. We know you guys are gonna have an amazing time. There is still time to register. If you haven't registered already, you should go. Yeah, where should they go, Carly,
Get
to
in
register?
there last minute. You can go to horizonfam.ca.
Wait, I need you to sing it like we always sing it. Go.
We don't always sing it though.
Go.
You're the one who knows the jingle. I don't know
Go.
it.
New jingle. Go.
horizonfam.ca. See, I told
See,
you.
you sang it.
You always
Well
sing
done. Okay.
So find the summer party event and register. Register really fast. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to miss out.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait to see you at Summer Party, but we have some birthdays to celebrate as well
Woo!
today.
Time
So-
for some birthday shout outs.
So you always sing that one.
No, I like yell it. Anyways.
I sing everything.
So we've got a few people who've had birthdays this week or coming up in the next couple days, and we're very excited to celebrate them. First of all, Tyson turns 6 today. Happy birthday, Tyson.
Happy birthday, Tyson. Hope it's a great day today. And Eden, you turned 7 today. Happy birthday.
So
Hope you have a
excited.
great day.
Happy birthday today, Eden. And Jasmine turned 9 this week. Happy
That's
birthday
so
to
exciting.
Jasmine.
Happy birthday, Jasmine. And Anthony turning 10 in the next few days. That's so exciting.
Woo!
The big 2 digits.
Ooh.
Happy birthday.
Then we've got Josiah, who turned 11 this past week. So happy 11th birthday, Josiah.
So good. And to one of our incredible leaders, Kaylin, happy birthday to you too.
Happy birthday, Kaylin. We love you. Such a great leader. Happy birthday to all those people we just mentioned. If you know them, make sure you call them up, make them feel really special, make sure they feel celebrated on their birthday.
Okay, so another fun segment. Woo, woo, woo. There you go. So today we'll be talking about right or wrong. So for our fun segment today, we're gonna be doing taboo. If you guys have played this before, what taboo is, there will be a word on the top that the player will try to guess, and the other player from the team will try to explain the word without using the taboo words. Otherwise, it'll be deducted to their time, or it will be added to their time, deducted to their points.
Okay.
So, who will win this round? Would it be Praises and me, or Carly and Jacob?
Who's it gonna be?
We'll see.
Let's see. Okay, so the word that Jacob is trying to guess is up at the top, and the words that I can't say are at the bottom.
3, ready? 2, 1, go.
Okay, it is a being that is not human
Thanos.
in real life,
Yeah.
in a
A being that's not real.
continent that
Oh,
has...
Santa?
Oh.
Elf?
No, it is real.
Oh.
And it is large.
Oh, like a Sasquatch or.
It's a real animal.
Oh, okay.
Shoot! I said animal. Darn it.
What do we do now?
Am I disqualified or?
No, just
Okay.
So it's real. Okay, a real animal in the real world. Okay.
Yes, it's large.
Polar bear, elephant.
There you go.
Okay, and mine. Okay, you ready?
Honestly.
Okay, you have it on the side of a house,
A chimney.
and you can see through it.
A window.
Yep.
Oh, yay! None of those were taboo words?
Nope.
There you go.
Good job.
They'll be written on the screen.
I know. But
Okay, so what was our time?
So it was 1:13 seconds, but you did say one taboo
Yes,
word,
so
so we'll
plus.
just add 5 seconds to it.
Okay.
So 1:18.
1:18. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, struggle to open this. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. There is a queen
King, Jack, Tower,
with this
Chess.
species that's
Okay.
small.
Bees.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, next. I'm wearing it.
A watch. Yeah, that was good. That was so good. Wow, that was incredible, guys.
Carly, they always beat us.
How much time did we do?
30 seconds.
We're just so good at this. Guys, we won again.
Yay!
Woo woo.
I mean, they did make the game, so.
Oh no. Wow.
And all in together.
Yay!
4 5s.
Well, that was our game for this week. Kind of fun. Maybe you can try that at home or something with your friends and family.
Yep.
But it leads really well into our theme for the month of August, which we just started last week, which is dig deep.
Okay, everyone in the room, you ready? Dig deep.
Discover what matters most.
Yes, and we're talking about digging deep because we're talking about wisdom, which is finding out what you should do
And doing it. And the verse that we're focusing on all month long is James chapter 1, verse 5. It says, "If any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you. God gives freely to everyone and doesn't find fault."
Yep, and our bottom line today is trust God to give you wisdom.
Yeah, we're gonna look at a Bible story about a guy in the Bible who's pretty famous for wisdom and what that did for him, the benefits of it, and all that stuff. So let's check out our video, then we'll hear a message. We'll see you after that.
Hey everybody! My name is Haley, and I love hunting for treasure and all things ancient. And I've discovered a very ancient flower! So, I've got a flower pot, some dirt, and some seeds. Let's get digging. These seeds are for a flower called King Solomon's seal. So, they should remind us to have wisdom. Wisdom is finding out what you should do and doing it. King Solomon is thought to be one of the wisest men who ever lived. Some say this very plant was growing in King Solomon's royal palace. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! While Solomon was king, he built a palace and a temple for God, and he ruled wisely for 40 years. 1, 2, and 3. Ta-da! Next, we smooth it over. There you go, little guys. Go to sleep. Good night. There. Now we wait for it to grow. I'm watching you. Oh, nothing's growing. What am I missing? Oh, Haley, how could I forget? Every seed needs water to grow. King Solomon would have remembered that. Yay! Sometimes I wish I could be wise like King Solomon. Do you ever wonder how he got to be so wise? Well, we'll find out in today's story. I suspect I'll be admiring my flowers when you get back. See ya! Oh, I think I saw something! No. Soon as you get back. Hurry back.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of 1 Kings, chapter 3, verses 4 through 28.
Imagine this. You're in a deep sleep, dreaming, when all of a sudden, the creator of the universe shows up and says,
"Ask me for anything."
Anything. You could ask for anything in the world and have it. What would you say? Perhaps you'd request an unlimited Amazon account where you could get whatever you want for free. Or perhaps you'd request a flying race car that could be dropped off at the moon or on the beach. Or you could ask to be the most popular kid in school forever. This might sound like a fairy tale, but it's true. It actually happened to a young man named Solomon. When King David died, his son Solomon became king.
What are your royal orders, Most Royal Highness? I'm not sure. I've never been king before.
Though Solomon was young and inexperienced, his father, King David, taught him to listen to God's words. So, Solomon showed his love for God by obeying his laws.
I want to thank the Lord for everything He has done for my family.
Solomon traveled to the city of Gibeon, where he offered 1,000 burnt sacrifices to honor God.
There is no one like you, God.
That night, Solomon sank into a deep sleep, and the Lord appeared before him in a dream.
Ask for anything you want me to give you.
1,000 ideas must have exploded into Solomon's head. Gold, power, life forever. But instead, he said,
Lord, you have made me a great king, but I'm only a little child. I don't know how to carry out my duties. I'm here among the people that you have chosen. They are a great nation, so give me a heart that understands. Then I can rule over your people. I can tell the difference between what is right and what is wrong.
It was a simple request, but one that would change Solomon's life forever.
You have not asked to live for a long time. You have not asked to be wealthy. You have not even asked to have your enemies killed. Instead, you have asked for wisdom. I will give you a wise and understanding heart. As long as you live, no other king will be as great as you are.
As the dream faded, Solomon woke with a start.
Was that real? That was real!
Amazed, Solomon returned to Jerusalem, where he once more gave sacrifices to honor God and held a great feast for all his officials.
What are we celebrating, Your Most Royal Highness?
God has promised to give me wisdom to lead the kingdom.
How is that working out for you?
Well, it was in a dream.
Ah, I see.
Perhaps Solomon wondered at first whether he really had received wisdom from God, but this was soon put to the test.
Your Most Royal Highness, you must help the people solve their problems.
I'll do my best, with God's help.
First order of business, we have these two ladies here. State your business, please.
My friend and I... Okay, so she's not my friend anymore. Speak for yourself. I'm trying to. We live in the same home, and we both had baby boys. But her baby died, and so she took my boy in the night, and now she says my baby is hers. See? That's not her baby.
No way. This baby is my son.
Is not.
Is too.
Ladies!
Solomon turned to the first woman.
You say my son is the living baby, but your friend says the baby is her son.
That's a lie.
Is not.
Is too.
God gave Solomon a wise idea.
Bring me a sword.
An official quickly brought the king's shining sword.
Your royal sword, Your Royal Highness.
Solomon studied the two women carefully.
Excellent. Now, cut the baby in 2 parts. Give 1/2 to the first woman and 1/2 to the second.
Solomon had no intention of harming the baby, but he knew this was the way to find the truth.
No! Give her the baby. Don't kill him.
Oh, whatever. Neither of us will get the baby.
Solomon could instantly see which woman truly cared about the baby.
Give the boy to the first woman here. She is his mother.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
No fair. That was totally a trick.
The baby was given to his true mother. All the Israelites heard about Solomon's decision and trusted that he would judge them fairly too. God made Solomon so wise that his understanding couldn't even be measured, like the sands on the seashore.
So, plants need water to grow. You know what else they need? Time. You can't just plant a seed and expect it to grow immediately. In fact, this plant's seeds takes at least 2 years before they sprout. That's a lot of waiting. Waiting for wisdom can feel like that. When Solomon asked God for wisdom, chances are he didn't wake up the next morning as one of the wisest men on earth. No, it took time for his wisdom to grow. The good news is that we can ask God for wisdom. Jesus' brother James once wrote, "If any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you." Maybe wisdom will just pop into your head right when you need it. Or maybe your wisdom will grow gradually like a flower as you learn from the people you meet, the mistakes you make, and the things you experience. No matter what though, you can trust God to give you wisdom. That's the one thing to remember today. Trust God to give you wisdom. When you have a tough decision to make or some problem that you're dealing with, talk to God about it. Ask Him for the wisdom to know what to do. Then look and listen. If you're having trouble understanding what God is trying to show you, ask someone you trust to help. Wisdom may not come as soon as you think or in the way you think it will, but keep digging. God wants to share His wisdom with you. So, looks like these little flowers aren't gonna grow while I watch. It's gonna take some more time. Check back with me in 2 years, and I will see you then. Bye.
Hey Horizon kids, well, we're continuing our theme of wisdom, and today I want to start with a question. Have any of you ever been on a scavenger hunt before? Several of us have, I'm sure. It's a common game, maybe at Easter or something like that. But what about like a real treasure hunt? Like a treasure hunt for real treasure. And I'm not talking about like digging through your grandma's jewelry box and discovering vintage clip-ons or finding a $50 in your grandpa's junk drawer or something like that. I'm talking about discovering real, legit riches. Anybody? Probably not many of us. It's not a super common thing to do. Well, I recently heard about a true story about something like that, and it's actually pretty crazy, so check it out. A number of years ago, there was a man who came upon a staggering treasure accidentally in the Philippines. So this man was fishing off the coast of an island when he noticed a big white object that was stuck to his anchor in the water. The 75-pound mass was over 2 feet long, but the man managed to haul it into his boat. Whatever it was, the man thought it looked pretty cool, but he never told anyone about what he found. He placed it under his bed where it was just sat there for 10 years until his house ended up burning down. Remarkably, the big white treasure that he had survived the fire and is actually now on public display. So does anybody have any guesses as to what the man actually found? The man stumbled upon the world's biggest natural pearl from a giant clam. Pretty crazy, hey? How much do you think that giant pearl was valued at? It actually was estimated to be worth $100 million. Pretty insane. It's crazy to think that he found an item of such value just totally by chance. Now, in life, we likely won't find a valuable hunk of pearl attached to the anchor of our boat or, a big bag of gold or something like that. But regardless, this story reminds me of the way a lot of us have maybe found wisdom. So if you think back on your life, I would venture to say most of you who are watching here have heard some incredible words of wisdom, maybe from a coach or a discerning teacher or sensible grandparents or maybe even someone on YouTube. Most of you were likely not seeking that wisdom at that moment though. Instead, the pearl of wisdom just stumbled into your life completely by chance. But my question is this how we are supposed to gain wisdom? Are we supposed to walk through life hoping to just stumble upon wisdom with no real idea of where it will come from or how it might be used? What if there was another way? What if you could seek out more wisdom instead of just waiting for it to appear in front of you? Now, questions like this are really important. And when we have these sorts of questions, it's really good to start with the Bible. In the Bible, not only can we find all sorts of wisdom from super wise people who had personal experiences with God, but we can also find out about how we can be super wise people ourselves. So let's check it out now. We just watched our Bible story video, which was all about King Solomon. He's pretty well known in the Bible for his wisdom, particularly from this story that we just heard, where he asked God for wisdom above anything else. The reason this story really stands out to me is because we have a new king in this story who could have asked God for absolutely anything. God said, ask for anything you want and I will give it to you. And instead of wasting the opportunity on something temporary like money or fame or clothes or whatever, Solomon asked for wisdom. Then, during a dispute while he was king, we see how God's wisdom was so helpful to King Solomon. The king wasn't going to harm the baby that was in the story, but he was wise enough to recognize the true mother of the baby because of the wisdom that God gave Solomon. The Israelites trusted that he was a wise king who would rule them justly, and God made Solomon so wise that his understanding couldn't even be measured. Like the sand on the seashore is what the Bible says. And then he was able to write a book called Proverbs that we now have in the Bible we can look to and use amazing pieces of wisdom because of the wisdom that King Solomon asked God for. Now, the story reminds us where all wisdom comes from. Do you know where? It comes from God. If you're facing a tough decision, then you can go to God and ask for wisdom like Solomon did. When you don't know what to do, talk to God. Our Bible verse that we're focusing on this month echoes this truth. It says, if any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it, and He will give it to you. Just like King Solomon did, He'll do the same for you. See, pearls of wisdom should not only be found just accidentally or randomly stuck to the anchor of life. Wisdom should be sought from God. You can search for wisdom and you know where to go. You can go to God. Wisdom can be found when we trust God. So as we finish up, think about this question. Why do you need wisdom? Think about the different sorts of decisions that you make throughout every day. Will you study for this test? Will you talk to that kid? How do you respond to that question that was asked? What do you say in that situation? How could wisdom help you in those sort of things? If you're not sure how to answer those questions, that's okay too. Because you can always chat about this with your small group or your family or someone else who might be in your life who can offer you some wisdom. Now, before we finish up, let's pray together. We'll thank God for giving us wisdom when we need it. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for your word. Thank you for the Bible and the inspired words that we can now read and learn so much from. Thank you for the story of Solomon and the wisdom he had in just asking you for more wisdom. And thank you for giving it freely, not only to King Solomon, but to all of us who ask for it. Help us throughout the rest of our lives in each and every situation when we are faced with a decision or a difficult choice. Give us the wisdom that we need in those moments to make the right choice, to discern between right and wrong and know the best thing to do according to your will. We love you, Jesus, and it's in your name. Everybody said together, Amen.
Awesome. Thanks, Carly, for sharing with us on wisdom this week. It was great. So a couple of questions for you guys at home and for you guys in the room to discuss in small groups. Our first one, Carly.
Why is wisdom important?
Yep.
Basic question to start with. Just have a discussion about that. Why do you think wisdom is something that is important? Why did King Solomon ask for that above anything else? Why was it so important to him?
That's great.
Great question.
Question 2. What are some potential consequences of a wise choice?
Are there consequences of a wise choice? They could be good consequences or they could be bad.
I think lots of movies show the consequences of wise decisions. So maybe even think of some of those. What are those kind of consequences?
Yeah.
So.
And then to counter that question, what are some potential consequences of an unwise or a foolish choice? Because I think we can all agree that there will be consequences.
Yep.
What could that look like? Maybe think of some examples.
Yeah. Definitely lots of those.
Yeah. So
Cool.
some things for you to think about this week as you go about your regular everyday life. Make sure you just think about those things, pray about them, and keep focusing on the wisdom that God gives you. We're going to talk more about this throughout the rest of the month, and we're excited to do that with you guys.
Yep. And one final thing is don't forget to register for Summer Party. It's only 1 week away, and every year we have kids. You guys tell us that it's your favorite week of the whole summer, and
you can't even stop talking about it for the rest of the year.
Like
so.
honestly, like the best week of the summer.
So you don't want to miss this.
Yeah.
Make
so
sure you're registered.
Get your parents to register you. You can reach out to Carly or me if you see either of us. Come chat with us. Come ask us if you have questions about it. We'd love to see you there. It'd be super fun. Anyway, we will see you next Sunday for our next vlog. See you around.